How are you doing?
I'm working.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening from China. This is Judy from Kiloview, and thank you so much for joining our webinar today. As you know, in the previous NAB show, Kiloview set up our booth with the NDI-based ecosystem. We actually put all the Kiloview products, even the whole Kiloview roadmap in live, and a lot of customers are really impressed to see it working. But I understand NAB show probably can only cover part of the areas where not all the customers have the chance to see the whole workflow working. So today, in order to make sure everyone can see this working, so we are organizing this webinar to show you how this workflow is organized and set up in Kiloview. And here comes our topic for today, how Kiloview NDI CORE and the ecosystem are transforming the live production workflows in the Kiloview office building. So in general, we will show you in Kiloview office building how we are using the NDI CORE system to centralizedly manage all the video signals coming from different rooms in the building with NDI, and how we use the Kiloview multi-view to monitor, to switch, mix the video sources, as well as distributing the sources to different displays, while at the same time doing the recording using the KIS for Intercom, the KiloLink server to manage and control the whole workflow. And I will explain quite a lot of the details together with the workflow diagram. Further, we will do some live demos to show you how to control all the signals through the NDI CORE and the multi-view using our link deck. And you can see how easy it is to realize all those. And of course, further, we will have the Q&A session, so you can drop any of your questions about Kiloview in the Q&A window, and I will try my best to answer all your questions. Lastly, of course, we will have the giveaways we will send some gifts to our participators, and you can join with us. Then you can have the chance to win free NDI software package. We actually prepared 5 sets of the software package, which includes our NDI CORE, our multi-view Pro, our NDI recorder. So the winner can easily use all those software products to set up a similar workflow as what we are doing here in our office. Then, first of all, let's generally go through the technology we're using here to set up the whole workflow, that is NDI. We all understand NDI is a widely applied AV over IP technology, which is high efficiency, plug and play, and most importantly, interoperability. So in simple words, NDI is the technology that you can simply use a network cable to connect all the video sources together with the functions of automatic discovery, and it's just the plug and play. So that means with NDI, you can use less cables while get more flexibility with lower cost. So NDI features high image quality and low latency, as well as reasonable bandwidth occupation with different types of NDI, which actually can make NDI to be the most widely applied technology in the industry of AV over IP. It can also be used either in local network or across internet. What you just need to do is to prepare a switch and set up the network structure first. And actually, with the development of NDI and the NDI ecosystem, currently it's very convenient for you to find the NDI-enabled cameras on the market, like, of course, the new tech or Telecam. And while at the same time, to get ready for the network is also very easy. So you can simply use a switch, like the Netgear one, which is quite easy to use. And if you have any non-NDI cameras, actually you can still keep it. You can easily use the Kiloview NDI converter to get it into different flavors of NDI. And then, of course, together with the software systems, the ecosystem, you can easily bring everything together as a NDI workflow. So we can see with all those features of NDI, then NDI can be widely applied in different industries. For example, in broadcast, for events, for or in the enterprise, for esports, for all those kind of live production. While at the same time, NDI can also be used in the Pro AV industries for education, for medical, or different applications. So then let's get back to today's topic. What I'm going to introduce you here is actually the Kiloview office first. So you can see this is the Kiloview office building, how it looks like. So if some of our old friends can still recall, we moved to this office about 2 years ago. And ever since we started designing this building, we try to design it to be an NDI building, or we can say the IP building. And we try to bring everything together and everything is connected with each other. As this time, the webinar time is limited, so today I will only introduce you mainly for the centralized management and also the distribution and controlling parts for the production. But of course, in this building, we also have the remote transmission, the conversion, and all those parts. So further, if you are interested to learn more about how we set up our building, you can always feel free to contact us. And we can also do some demos or explain the details for you. Or you are also welcome to visit us in China. So actually, the Kiloview office is a kind of 4 floors building with different rooms for different functions, of course. And today, I'm just going to show you how easy it is to bring the videos from different rooms, from here to there, no matter where the videos are coming from, which floor it is. By the way, of course, you will have the chance to see how Kiloview looks like inside. Here we actually have one studio on the 2nd floor, which is, we name it studio number 1, and which is actually where I am now. And we have another studio on the 4th floor, and we actually have the meeting room on the 3rd floor, while at the same time, we have the production center, the studio, which is also on the 2nd floor, just right near me. We can also call it the control center because all the software systems are installed there. With NDI, actually, we can easily realize the functions of interactive and interconnectivity. So we can simply bring any of the video signals from any studio or from the meeting room to the production center, while at the same time we can distribute all the program signals from the production center to any displays in this building in different rooms or whatever, all those displays on our control center. As all those are all based on IP, so it's very easy to set up and also it's very flexible. So it just based on IP, you just need to prepare a switch here in the studio and all are under control and everything can be connected. So with our whole ecosystem as we are setting up here, we can help you with actually 3 points. The first one is the interconnectivity. So as I previously mentioned, you can easily convert any signal into NDI, and then using our NDI core system, you can easily manage all the inputs, which can actually work as a kind of a video source pool. And for example, if any of the studios, any of the production center or any of the rooms would like to use any of the video from a different room, different studio, or even from any of your computer in the same building, then we can easily connect through NDI. And the second part is centralizedly preview, monitor, and control. So for all the video signals in the production room, we can easily use the Kiloview multi-view to monitor and see all the videos, and then we can switch between different videos and output. So actually previously some of the customers will say, okay, because everything is based on NDI, because everything is based on IP, so we cannot see it, we cannot touch it, it's all the network signals. But actually with the multi-view, we can easily bring all those signals and you can have the same function. You can see everything, and you can make everything visualized. And also together with the KIS system here, the whole studio can all be under control. We can talk to each other. We can do all those kind of control, manage, and together with the multi-view. So the output from the multi-view can also be a kind of NDI source and can feed to the NDI core, and then every other room can even receive the multi-view signals from our multi-view software. And the last one is actually the centralized device management. So actually, except the centralized management for all the video signals or the intercom, then we can also centralizely manage all the devices to check the status, to remotely log in, configure the device. We can do the batch upgrading, etc. So we can easily manage and control everything without, checking one by one if there is any problems. So in general, with the IP solutions, everything is so easy to manage with all those visualized management. And of course, this is more efficient, more flexible, and also more convenient. Then next, I would like to introduce you some more details of the setup of this system in our building and how we make this working during the process. Then we can also show you some real-time video coming from different studios, and you can see everything. So in general, we have a main camera with me here in this studio, in studio number 1, which is actually the camera is a non-NDI camera from Sony. So easily we just connect this camera through HDMI with our N60 NDI converter, and we can just convert it into full NDI. Well, of course, we are also putting the Telecam NDI PDZ camera here to show the studio, and this is actually what you are seeing here. The video source is coming from the Telecam PDZ camera, and also actually here we have a PC running the presentation, the PowerPoint. So we use a screen capture from the NDI tools to capture the video and feed it into NDI to our NDI core. And all those, the NDI sources are all sending to the NDI core, and actually we can name it in different group names. And also actually just in front of me, there is a big monitor, so I can actually see the return video. So the return video is also coming from after the production, the program signal, and we just use the decoder, the N6 for the decoding. And then, of course, later from our NDI core system, you can see everything will be managed there. And then let's take a look of our studio number 2. So the studio number 2 actually is on the 4th floor. So in that studio, actually, we also put a PDZ camera from Telecam, while at the same time, you can see we are also putting another camera to shoot the computer, the laptop. Actually, on the laptop, we are running OBS to receive the NDI signals and also the NDI output program. So all those NDI sources can be sending to the NDI core in the production center, while at the same time, the output of the Studio 2 can also be another NDI source, and it can also be fed into the NDI core. And then let's move to the meeting room. So in the meeting room, actually, we have a PDZ camera as well. So you can see this is coming from the PDZ camera from Telecam. And the NDI signals is also sending all those NDI signals are sending to the NDI core with the group name meeting room. While at the same time, you can see there is a big display in the meeting room. So it's connected with the N40 decoder to receive all the NDI sources. So for the output, you can see right now it's automatically switching all those sources. But further, we will introduce you how we realize that. And also, if we connect a kind of USB keypad to the decoder, we can also easily switch all the NDI sources remotely. Well, then let's just get back to the production center, the control center. So this actually is the core part for the production. So I will spend a little bit time to show some details and explain some details for you how we get it set up. So from this diagram, you can see we are putting the NDI core in the central part. And everything actually is a core part, just as the NDI core name is the core parts. So we are actually putting the NDI core max in the control room. Actually, we put that in the server rack. So using the NDI core max, it can control, organize, and route the NDI sources to realize the centralized management functions for all the NDI inputs and outputs. Either is from different rooms, cameras, PCs, the screen captures, or whatever. And the NDI Core Max can support up to 64 inputs. And here in total, we, in this production, actually, we have about 27 NDI sources. So it's quite, quite a big production. And that's the reason we are choosing the NDI Core Max. But of course, if you don't have so many NDI sources, then probably you can choose like our Cube X1. So that can also be a very good alternative because it can manage up to 16 inputs and 32 outputs. Or if you have a very big sized production, even 64 inputs is not enough for your production, then you can choose a very powerful server, or you can use 2 servers. And with our NDI Core server, the NDI Core software systems, we can support the server cluster to expand the capacity. So in the system, we are also running the multi-view system in the server, so we can support unlimited NDI sources input. But of course, for your setup, probably it will depend on the server performance. So here we can easily use the MultiView Pro software to preview all the video sources coming from the same network. We can manage more than 20 channels of the NDI sources here for this production. And then we can easily select the layout. We can select which source as the preview. We can select which one as the program. And then we can easily switch between different sources. And for the layout, actually, it's all customizable. So you can simply set up the layouts with full screen, or picture in picture, picture by picture, different grids, 4 grids, 9 grids, 16 grids, or whatever. And also our device actually in our server device actually has 4 DP outputs. So with all those 4 DP outputs, we just connect with 4 displays in the production center, and then you can see each display can show different contents with different layouts. And then the MultiView can also output the NDI source as a, if you choose the program, and then you can live. So if you choose live, then any of the window can be output into the NDI network, and you can choose that as a kind of feed into the NDI core as well. And then the NDI core can even send the either the MultiView or the program into different production for different studios or whatever. And here we are also using our link deck, actually the link deck, to control the MultiView, to switch between the preview program and also the outputs. And then we can even choose the PTZ deck to control all those PTZ cameras. Later, we will have a kind of live demo so you can see how everything is working. And of course, we are running an NDI recording system in this setup to simultaneously record all the NDI inputs. So actually, we have the Cube R1, which is actually a turnkey solution. So we can support up to 9 channels of recording simultaneously, and all the files can be stored either in SSD or even NAS. and for your further post-production, for your editing in different formats. And even we are trying to bring out the version to support, the recording while playing. And we have the KIS system running here. So we can actually easily talk to all the people in different studios, in different groups, as anyone can easily join the intercom using either the mobile phone, the PC with the browser, the iPad, or if you are using any of your Kiloview devices, then any of the Kiloview devices can work as a kind of intercom terminal. So you just simply connect the USB headset to the device, and then you can just connect, register or connect with the KIS server to work as an intercom terminal. And of course, with our link deck series, we have the KIS deck. So using the KIS deck, you can also join the intercom as a terminal. So in general, it's quite convenient, and the KIS is helping quite a lot to, support all those kind of centralized management and control. Well, at the same time in our studio, of course, we set up the KiloLink server to centralizely manage all the devices. So it's quite straightforward for you to check the devices. You don't need to moving around to any of the exact units. So you just need to log into the server, check the status, check all the units if they are all okay. And if you want to do any of the upgrading, you can just do it. Or even if you want to reboot or do whatever, you can just remotely do it through the KiloLink server. Also, we are using the NewTek TriCaster Mini as well as the vMix to do the graphics and then stream to Zoom. And for the network parts, we are just connecting all the devices together using a Netgear 4250 switch. And actually, that's quite easy to find on the market. And for the audio parts, actually, my voice just connected to our N60 encoder for encoding, and all the audio actually are handled by NDI and then sent to TriCaster and then stream to Zoom. Then after talking about the diagram to explain how we are setting up all those things, and then the next step is to do some live demos for you. As you can see, we have already renamed all the video sources coming from different studios, and all the videos are either from the NDI cameras or from the NDI converters or softwares, the screen captures, so we just rename it. Although some of them are in Chinese, but everything actually is all the sources we're using here. With the NDI Core, you can automatically discover all the NDI signals, and we can create different source groups, add the sources into the control panel. And for the outputs, we can easily set the different destinations, different monitors, either in different studios or in the control center in the meeting room. Just name it, and then we can also set a kind of playlist to realize the automatic switch. And also the rollback between different signals. So it's quite easy and flexible to customize whatever you want. So you can select the source list, edit, set the play duration, and then it will automatically switch between the selected sources. And then, of course, if you go back to the control panel, you can select whatever inputs and outputs, and then you can also just control everything. And the next part is in our Studio 2, we will show you how easy it is to use the control panel to route the signals into a different destination. And then from the left, that's the control panel. You can see we are operating it, while on the right is the OBS we are putting on the Studio 2, and you can see easily we just switch between different video sources through the NDI Core. And of course, with the NDI Core, all the videos can just directly distribute it, and the switching can be quite seamless. And then let's show something different. In the meeting room, there is actually a big screen, and just through the NDI core, we can also distribute any of the NDI signals into the display to make sure people in the meeting room can see whatever source they need in the same building. And previously, as we already set the playlist. So here you can see it's automatically playing the playlist, and we can realize the automatic switching. But of course, you can also use the NDI core control panel to select whatever outputs you need, or even if you directly connect a USB keypad with the decoder, you can also select whatever source you want to output on the display. And then let's just move to the the production room, the control center. As we have already set up the NDI multi-view, so all the signals can come into the multi-view, either is through the NDI core or not. Then the multi-view can connect all the video sources, and then through the 4 displays, then we can show all the different outputs. So you can see we can each of the display can be different. Either is full screen for program, or is whatever source you selected, and also can be different layouts. And also we can see with the multi-view, we can put the information with borders, the cross line, the view meters, the tally information for monitoring. So here you can see the multi-view of the studio I am in, and it can also, it can display it to different destinations. So everything is so easy and it's all connected. And also, as you know, we have the link deck. So here we will show you how we can easily use the link deck to control the multi-view. So we can easily switch all the sources between the program and the preview. And so you can see, you can select whatever number you are selecting for the preview and also for the program. And also you can use the auto or the cut functions to switch between each other. From the right part, you can see we are doing the operation, and you can see simultaneously all those signals are switching. Or you can also use the T-bar to take the videos, and if slowly, you can control it for the fading effects. And of course, if you select any of the video sources from a PTZ camera as the preview, and then you can use the joystick to control the PTZ cameras. So you can either pan, tilt, zoom, or if you just need to zoom in or zoom out, you can also use our zoom deck to do that. And we also have the intercom. So let's take a look of how we can use the intercom to talk to the producer in Studio 2, asking him to zoom in and zoom out the camera. So actually, probably you cannot hear the voice, but actually the director just talking through the intercom, and then the producer in Studio 2 actually just use the intercom to do all those kind of operations. And easily, we can see with the NDI plus the KIS systems for intercom, we can realize those kind of coordination. And of course, we understand that's very, very important for production. And lastly, let's take a look with our Kiloview server, which actually can centralizedly manage all the devices we're using in this building. And you can see the real status. So from the dashboard, you can actually see all the devices connected, either is online or offline. You can check the model number, you can check the IP address, the bit rate, whatever protocol you are using. And if you select any of the a specific video signal, then you can also just get access to the device. You can check, you can do all those kind of configuration. You can directly modify anything you want, or even if you want to upgrade the device, you can enter into the maintenance mode and you can select whatever device you want to upgrade. You can upload the firmware or whatever. You can just do the upgrading by one click. Or even if you want to reboot the device, it's also quite easy and convenient. You don't need to work there in the here and then select the device. So with the Kilolink server, that's very, very easy, especially, you know, for us in this kind of building. So everything can all be under control. Okay, then that's all for our lab demo. So if you want to check more details, please just feel free to let us know. And then let's just take a break, and then we will get back to answer the questions, and also we will send the giveaways. Please just keep with us. Okay, then welcome back. So actually, I just took the break time to check all the questions and also the chat time. So actually, I saw there are quite a lot of questions, and also I saw you're talking about the image quality, and we are really, really sorry. Actually, it's because the network is in China, and if we need to Zoom, actually the Zoom server is not inside of China. So actually, probably the quality, you know, the upload bit rates is not as good as what we set. In order to, you know, make all of us relax a little bit, then probably we just give the gift to you first, and then let's just run the giveaway session. So actually, we have prepared 5 sets of the NDI Core, NDI Multiview Pro, and also the NDI Recorder. So anyone who actually got the giveaway can run all those 3 software products in your system. So that's a big bonus. So then next I will tell you. Oh, it's already there? Sorry. But actually, I will just show you a kind of word, and then you just put in the chat window, and then we will use our you know, our staff will definitely capture the screen, and the first 2 on the screen will be the winner. So actually, you already see. You know, the words IP is the future. So please just type IP is the future in the window. Keep typing it and not stop. And then I probably will count down, and then our staff will capture the screen, and we will see who will be the lucky one. So please, IP is the future. Yeah, I already saw that. So I will count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, capture. So further, I saw Peter's talking that I just hope you can get the giveaway. And then our colleague will later just show who are the winner. So I would like to, probably we can wait a little bit, or maybe we can just check the questions, because I already saw there are a lot of questions. So let me go to the Q&A session. So I saw the first question is from Chris. Is the NDI core system already shipping? You already ordered Cube X1 R1 from Teltech. Oh, sorry, almost half a year ago. So actually, yes, we announced the Cube X1 and the Cube R1 quite a few months ago, but actually that's all the brand new products, and from Kiloview side, we are just trying our best to make sure, once the products are shipping, all the functions are working well. So currently we are still just trying our best to, testing, keep more tests inside and make sure the products are all ready. And of course, first of all, I would like to thank you for your support and trust. So once we announce the new products, you already order that. And the latest news is the Cube R1 is just around the corner. So we will, within this month, within June, we will formally ship the Cube R1, and for the Cube X1 that will be followed. So probably in next month in July, the Cube X1 will be ready. And I saw we are asking Pat asking about the network for the NDI core. So actually that depends on how many video signals you need to handle. So you just need to calculate and just make sure, the server you run the NDI core will be enough for the bandwidth. So for example, if you need to run a little bit more NDI sources, then probably you will need to get a 10 gigabit network, or even if you want to run all 4 NDI, and also depends on the resolution. If it's up to 4K, then probably even 40 gigabits. And Chris also asked about Cube R1, the dimension. Actually, you can see the dimension. I'm just putting it here. So actually, if you put the Cube R1 and Cube X1 together, is just a standard 2U units. So this, the Cube R1 or the Cube X1 is just half of the 2U. So yeah, and also for the recording in SSD, are there any recommended SSD manufacturers? Yes, actually we are testing quite a lot of the SSD manufacturers with different models. We need to make sure, the rates and also even for the temperature and everything can fit our device. So further, we will give the recommend list. And also for the SSD, if you buy the Cube R1 from us, we will also provide two. Actually, we have the 2 NVMe, so we will provide 2 SSDs for you, just as the the standard configuration. And also, what are the hardware requirements for this system? So in general, it depends on how many video sources you need to run for the NDI core, for NDI recorder. That all actually depends on the video sources, and also for the multi-view as well. So if you want to learn exactly how you need the configuration for your system, then probably you can email us with info@kiloview.com. Just tell us how many video sources you want to run and how you want to set up your system, and then our engineers probably can give you some recommendations. And the Kilolink server, the free version, you can't manage all the equipment, okay? Yeah, previously we got the free Kilolink server, which can manage 32 units. And of course, we will have the pro version. Previously, actually, we have a kind of demo version, but recently we are also trying to upgrade it to support more functions, including like the streaming service. So further, we will also have the upgraded version. And I think within June, within this month, today is already June. So within this month, we will be able to get all a new Kilolink server. And for the link deck connect to TriCaster, currently link deck is not controlling the TriCaster, but further we will try to upgrade the link deck to support the third-party products, including like the Vmix or any of the other production systems. And hopefully, we will be able to support TriCaster as well. NDI Core is a software, but it's not a free software. Actually, you will need to buy a license. But just try your lucky here. Probably you can get the free license. And let me see. There are still quite a lot of questions. Will NDI Core become an NDI bridge as well through firmware upgrades? So currently, we don't have the plan to make the NDI Core to be upgraded to work like the NDI bridge. But actually, we have the plan to develop a similar products, as I previously mentioned, the media gateway products. So with the media gateway products, we can easily bridge all different IP protocols, different types of NDI, and that can work as an NDI bridge function. So the turnkey NDI bridge products that will also be coming in the future, it's in our roadmap, but probably we will postpone some of the new products development plan, and further that we have the plan to release this kind of hardware turnkey products. So how many channels are you supporting? I mean, Brian, are your question about the NDI Core or for what? So it depends on different products. It will support different audio channels. Probably you can let me know later. And let me see. Oh, there are really a lot of questions. So I probably, seems I can't answer all the questions, but I probably will choose a few other questions. What's the latency to expect from a video signal from the camera to program screen? Will the latency remain same for all the videos processed through Kiloview system? You know, with NDI, actually the end-to-end latency for full NDI is about 80 milliseconds. For the Kiloview system, actually, we are not adding latency, so that would be similar. But of course, it depends on the real network situation and all those kind of, you know, the real situations. Stephen asked, KiloLink Server Pro is meant to bring all devices together, including the P1, P2, P3, right? Is the software released? Yes and no. Yes is the KiloLink Server Pro will be able to connect, including the P1, P2, and the P3, yes. And the software is not formally released yet. We previously have a beta version, but we are still trying to improve. And let me see what hardware and software configuration is the best for live, low latency, side-to-side signals. So if it's 20 kilometers away from each other and you will need to do the live with low latency, as previously we mentioned, NDI probably would be a good choice because NDI is actually low latency. So you probably will need to use like the NDI bridge, or if you use some of the Kiloview products, you can also just set it up on the cloud or any kind of device with a kind of public IP, and then you can do this kind of transmission with you know, the low latency. And so is there a date for P3 release? We have Lola, or is you are asking the P3? I know you are so concerned about the P3. So the P3 is planned to release in Q3. So hopefully in August we will have the demo version. Is there an API for routing control the NDI core in order to control the core routing by the system like question? Yes, we can offer the API. So actually all the Kiloview products, we will be able to offer the API for your integration. Let me check the time. Okay, we still have a few minutes left, so I probably can try to answer more questions. When is the E3 being released, please? Craig, I can tell you the E3 is coming within this month in June. And okay, thank you for your suggestion. Yes. Okay, and when will the entire workflow products ready for shipping? It seems many of the newly announced products are still in testing and production. Yes, we actually for most of the products is already there, and for example, the software systems for the NDI core, NDI recorder is already it's ready for shipping, so you can directly order the software license. But for the turnkey solutions like the Cube R1, Cube X1, and also the link deck, some of the products will be shipped within June, within this month, including our Cube R1, the link deck, and also previously mentioned the E3, and the Cube X1 will be available in July. So it's just around the corner. When will NDI Core 32 inputs be available for shipping? So you mean the NDI Core Max? If the NDI Core Max is ready for shipping now, but if it's for the Cube X1, the Cube X1 can support 16 inputs, and it will be available for shipping next month in July. All the cameras time synchronized as we are using NDI. So actually, NDI is automatically synchronized because the encoding for speed HQS is just in the frame. So actually, I think that can be easily, but of course, in our system, we are also using the TriCaster, and the TriCaster can have this kind of synchronization mechanism. So is to do all the products. Brian, I saw your question. 8 channels audio is important. So 8 channels for example, if you need to use our NDI converters, I mean the like the N3, N5, and all those new products, we actually can support 8 channels of audio for the encoding and decoding as well. Since P3 has return video, is it just visible on board screen, or there is an external output? Currently, what we design is to go through the display on the P3, but actually the return video function will work together with our Kilolink server. So if you want to receive that from the external devices or the displays, I believe there will also be some solutions. So Sia, I saw, is there any encoder that will do SRT interlace encoding? So I have to say, currently, like our E1, E2, and even the E3, we can support, if the video input is interlaced, then we will need to process it into we need to de-interlace first into progressive, and then we do the encoding. That's because the chipset we are using right now for the E-series actually cannot support interlace encoding. But actually in our roadmap, we also have the plan to release a series of the high-end encoding that can, of course, support interlace encoding for SRT. And the last question, maybe. For the rack mount range, why there isn't a SDI to NDI card? Oh, actually we have the SDI to NDI cards. So we actually got the RN3. So probably you can check with the local resellers, or if you still have any questions, you can drop us an email and we probably can share you the information. can I use the KVM function PC connected in USB to an encoder with keyboard and mouse connected to a decoder? The KVM function currently with Kiloview products, we have not supported that yet with the existing products. But actually, we have the plan to, as I mentioned, we have the plan to develop the more advanced series of the products. So that will be included in our future products. So Brian, I saw you asking what's the best way to buy our products and the licenses in the United States. So actually, for all the Kiloview products, you can easily get through all the resellers in the US for all the resellers, system integrators, or the online stores. If you check Kiloview online, then definitely you can get a lot of available information. And for the licenses, you can also contact the reseller, and the resellers have the license system, and then they can directly issue the license without going through Kiloview. So I think that's all for the questions. So as I can see, time is limited, so I spent quite a lot of time to answer the questions. As previously, let me check, we already announced we already got 2 winners. I didn't see who are the winners, but anyway, congratulations. And then let's come to the next part. We still have another 3 sets of licenses. So we can do it again. And the last one is, I love Kiloview. So yes, just keep typing, I love Kiloview, and then my colleague will also capture the screen and let you know who are the winners. So just keep doing, and thank you so much for staying with us. I will count down now. 5, 4, 3. I see anyone? Oh yes, keep running. Okay. 2, 1. Okay, then congratulations to the winner. Then Stella will share the screen she captured, and she will probably announce who are the winners. Of course, please, we will also contact you, because if you are registered, we have your contact number, but at the same time, you can also email us if you are the winner. Then you can email to info@kiloview.com, and our colleagues will give you, the license after you get everything set up. So thank you so much, and it was really, really great to talk to you. And I know actually you probably still have a lot of questions. Just feel free to let me know. And actually the next show for Kiloview will be in Singapore, the Broadcast Asia, and later I will be in Intercom in Orlando. So if you are also you will also be there, then just feel free to find me there, find Kiloview there. You can also check all the Kiloview products there. And of course, you are always welcome to follow Kiloview on LinkedIn, on Facebook, or you can also subscribe to the Kiloview email newsletters. Then you can always get the latest information about Kiloview. Then thank you so much, and I will see you next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.